Hello. Oh, well, welcome. I was going to say welcome to the Mermaid Tavern, but as you can see, I'm not in my normal surroundings. Just about to see the sea. Not the usual sea near me at the Mermaid Tavern, but right up in Scotland, northeast Scotland, the Moray Firth. Chin chin. Well, I should say slojava, and it's a cup of coffee I've got at the moment because it's quite early morning, bit early for drinking even for me. How are you? Welcome. Well, only a short little video as I'm away from the tavern, and I wanted to talk about Man on the Run. Have you seen it? Did you watched it last night on Amazon Prime? It was good, really good, totally absorbing, just under 2 hours. And I'm going to open, it came yesterday morning actually, but I haven't opened it yet, what you can call it, the soundtrack album for it. I've never done an unboxing, or it's really an opening, isn't it, video, but I'm sure you've probably seen one. You may even have the album yourself, so I'm going to open that in a minute and have a look at it. I ordered the one from Amazon Prime, orange vinyl. Some of you might have got the, if you're from the US, might have got the yellow yellow cab version, which I think sold out pretty quickly, but this is the orange vinyl, which last time I checked is still available, so it's not really kind of a limited edition. But yeah, let's without further ado, let's open it. It's quite exciting for me. I've never done an opening video before. Unboxing, or it's really an opening and it's not a box. Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look. Let's get it open. Yeah. Oh, exciting, isn't it? Well, it is my birthday today, so opening things up is quite a special treat. There we go. Let's have a look. Oh, there we go. Opening very well. You know, all these people that keeps your Amazon brown packaging usually. This is ripped a bit, so okay, let's have a look. Ooh. Here we go. First look at it. All sealed in the shrink wrap. Up close, what it says on the label. Can you read that? There we go. Let's have a look. And in fact, let's see if I can open it with my fingernails. Well, managed to open it up. Really should get, if I'm going to do any more of these, should get one of these plectrums that everybody has, don't you? You have one, don't you, Bigly Tim? Let's have a look and see what we get inside. What we get inside the album. What we get, it says on the front we got a poster. Actually, I've just noticed it says tangerine peel. That's quite nice, tangerine peel vinyl. Featuring rare and previously unreleased recordings. Tangerine peel vinyl. Just in case you didn't see what it's, I'm sure you've got the track listing, haven't you? I'm sure you've got the track listing. You can see on there. Watching the film last night is quite interesting because you've got the Silly Love Songs demo. Quite nice actually hearing some of these demos, and there was they played a demo of Mull of Kintyre, but you got the regular version of it on here. It was quite interesting to hear that. There's so many things, you know, you think you know Paul, and so many things that you get revealed, and so much rare footage, wasn't there? Some of it, you know, last night, it was a really compelling way to spend 2 hours, wasn't it? It really was. I really enjoyed that, I tell you. Did you? Let me know what you think in the comments. They had a bit of Got to Sing, Got to Dance from James Paul McCartney, that special, which was, that people thought was a bit eccentric, I think, but it was quite fun, isn't it? You've seen it. It's on YouTube. You can watch it easily. And Long Haired Lady, too many people. You just remember. I mean, I'm going into too much now. When I first got into the Beatles, I was a bit down on Paul's solo stuff. I wasn't terribly interested. I was more John and George. Anyway, let's get it out of the packaging. And we've got, first of all, let's have a look at the poster. Got a nice Man on the Run poster. Very nice, like that. It's quite a nice image, that, isn't it, actually? It's a very nice image. Paul with a Dalmatian. With Dalmatians. Did you know he had Dalmatians? Obviously, this is a picture back in the day, isn't it? You know, sort of 1970 picture, 71, is it? I don't know, actually. I do know when this picture was taken. And so it looks like some of the pictures around the time of McCartney, but it could be just a tad later, couldn't it? It could be more, into the 70s, you know. It was really that I went there a couple of years ago with my sister and my brother-in-law. We went up to Kintyre, went over there and drove along that road towards Campbelltown, which is really the long and winding road, isn't it? If any road is the long and winding road, it's that one. And Paul would have driven down that road when he bought the farm and thought about that song. So obviously you can't get near the farm. I wouldn't have wanted to invade his privacy. I don't think he even goes there much now, does he? But went to Campbelltown, so there's you ever go there, there's a Campbelltown, the nearest town to Paul's farm. There's a little a memorial, like a statue of Linda in there. So let's have a look. That's a nice poster, that, isn't it? Yeah, it's a double-sided. That's the other side of it. Probably, I don't know whether that image there would have been enough on the front cover, actually. They've got a sort of split, haven't they? Yeah. It's all right, but I'd have tended to just have that one central image. If it was me, used to be a bit of a, I did do a bit of graphic design back in my days. So I sort of think, a bit busy, but no, that's a criticism. Let's have a look at the records, which is the main thing, isn't it? So on the inner sleeve, we've got all the credits again. There's all the credits there for the songs. It's got on the other side, it's got the director Morgan Neville talking about, when people talk about the biggest acts of the 1970s, but this rarely includes Paul McCartney. Not because he wasn't big, he was undeniably one of the biggest acts of the decade, but because of what he'd already done. Paul had been in the greatest band in the world, which in turn had created its own gravitational force. In my film Man on the Run, I wanted to look at Paul's possible run from that long shadow of the Beatles. It was a long journey full of unlikely choices, a van tour. Bruce McMoose. I'd forgotten about that, had you? Nigeria, Thrillington, a Scottish anthem, but looked at together, the madness of those choices actually started to seem sane. How else could one deal with the weight of such expectations than by doing the unexpected? Too true. I also saw that through the decade, Paul stopped running away from something and started running towards something else. His own voice, his own family, his own life. This was the story of somebody finding themselves. This soundtrack is a snapshot of that journey that told through his music. Each of these songs is a result of some creative impulse of who Paul was at that moment. It was through the song that Paul spoke, not only to the world, but to himself. We're lucky enough to be able to listen along. We are lucky indeed, aren't we? Sorry, I didn't read that very well. I think I definitely need to get some glasses. So yeah, that's what it says on the other side. It just gives the credits as well. There we are. See that? And let's have a look at the vinyl, shall we? The tangerine peel. Wow. Be careful to get this out. It's quite a soft, not polyline, but it's quite a soft inner thing, so not very sort of stiff. Ooh, there we go. Wow, look at this. Yes. Wow, isn't that nice? Isn't that lovely? Isn't that rather special? That is rather special, isn't it? That is the tangerine peel orange vinyl. Wow, that is really nice. See there we go. Look at that one. What is that one I've just showed you? Is that side? I've just showed you side 2, of course, haven't I? Let's have a look at side 1. Not bad. That's sort of capital label, isn't it? Do you know what? I think this is the first Paul album I've ever bought on a Capitol Records label. Because I've always bought his albums on the UK, and I've got his original Apple albums, you know, before Apple folded, and then went on to Parlophone, didn't he? If he did do a Capitol album in Britain, I haven't got it. I didn't buy it. So this is the first album of Paul's on the Capitol label. It says MPL, of course, but on the Capitol label. Yeah, isn't that interesting? Well, for me anyway. But that's rather nice, isn't it? I've got some orange vinyl. What have I got? I've got a Cure album, a David Bowie album, but they're a bit more orangey than this. So this is actually really like tangerine peel, isn't it? Unlike that, did you buy the Beatles single? Did you buy the Real Love and Free as a Bird? And what they said was, what did they say? Milk white vinyl, when it was just clear vinyl, really, wasn't it? It wasn't particularly milky. Milky. So there we are. That's rather lovely, isn't it? I really like that. Yeah, so, you know, you can obviously buy the regular black vinyl version. And I think I'm really happy with that. You know, I didn't really want the yellow one. I think that yellow one was really only available to you guys in America, wasn't it? But it's probably the more collectible of the two, and I'm sure the one that will be attracting huge people selling it for a couple of £100 or whatever before long. So there we go. That's just a short little video to talk about Man on the Run, and as I say, I really enjoyed it. Hugely compelling. I think they needed I've seen a few documentaries of Wings, haven't you, Paul? There's been quite a few over the years, official ones. Well, at least a couple I can think of. Wingspan comes to mind, but this one was really lovely. You know, it didn't have. It was all the voices rather than too many talking heads. You know, I think it's quite nice to have the actual voices. They had the voices of his children, you know, Mary and Stella, and there's a lot of archive of Linda, bless Linda, and Sean Lennon talking. He said that really complimentary about Ram, wasn't he? You know, and yeah, I think it was a fair look at Paul. It wasn't sort of heaping him with loads of praise. It was just showing that about getting an insight into Paul's psyche after the Beatles. And I think it really, really succeeded in that. And wouldn't it have been great to see Wings in like 1970, their university tour? Wouldn't it have been great? Just rocking up at your university and then seeing Paul. Isn't that funny? There's the roadie going into the university saying, "Do you want Paul?" Then coming out not believing him. "Oh, right, you'll have him. We'll have him." There's a lot of Paul telling the story. It's very personal. It's very lovely, and it's quite moving actually in places. Funny as well, and really caught life on the road. And do you know what? I'm really glad to have this album. I thought, well, shall I buy it? It probably was the lure of having it on orange vinyl. That I'm a bit of a coloured vinyl freak. Are you? And I hadn't actually bought a Paul album for a while, so this is exclusive to Amazon Prime, this orange vinyl version, by the way, in case I didn't say. And as I say, it's still pretty readily available at the time I last looked. So anyway, I'm going to let you go. Thank you for joining me up in Bonnie, Scotland. I'll be back at the Mermaid Tavern next week, and I hope you'll join me. Please, if you like this, please do give me a thumbs up. Hit the like button, and would be, if you just happened upon me by a mistake and you stayed with me to the end, thank you very much. And please consider subscribing and for notice of future videos, because some of the recent videos I've done have not really been attracting great views, and I think it's more to do with the fact I'm just not reaching that audience. The algorithm isn't pushing me out enough. I'm only a small channel, so any help you can give me would be greatly appreciated. Bless you. Will I see you again? I sincerely hope so.